Good evening, people. It's the eve of the night or the afternoon of champions. How is everybody doing this evening? I told you I'd be going live, and I know this is very weird on a Friday fucking night, but this is going to be your preview and predictions of Night of Champions. So, you know what you get on a preview and predictions. You're gonna get the go home show of Raw, and you're gonna get the go home show of SmackDown that legitimately was over a half an hour ago. I know it's crazy. I know. Trust me, I should be in bed by now. Okay, but I'm not. I'm here. I made the executive producers or the the director, everything. I made the decision. 19 fucking matches is a very, very a lot. Okay? I am not doing that. I'm saving my sanity. If I decide to do it, it's going to be sometime during the beginning of this week. I'll sit, record it, and then I can take my time with it. So I hope everybody checked out episode 292 earlier today. It's on the channel. Please go check that out. Also, please go check out the rest of my content on my channel. Also, please go like, share, and subscribe. Go turn on the bell for all notifications so when I go live, you know about it. And also, please check me out on my YouTube channel. All my social media at Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. They're all the same handle now. It's Mel's Matt Chat. And then you could go check me out on Facebook. So you're all set right then and there with that all together. And I'm so it's going to be a busy weekend. It's going to be a very busy weekend, and I am just going to be pacing myself and whatnot. So it's going to be one of those weekends. One of those weekends. So that is that. So hopefully you're going to go check everything out, and please wait. I'm sorry. I didn't think this was going to happen. Just bear with me, and we'll hopefully be done with this. This is my fear. Every time I do a live that they have the horn go off. I really wish that, they can get rid of that. It's not needed. So on top of everything, I'm going to be also going live at noon on Sunday for Double or Nothing's preview and predictions. You're going to get my picks. You're going to get the go home show for Rampage, which is on I think right now, and Dynamite. So you're going to hear my thoughts. You're going to get my picks and whatnot, and then hopefully, if it's not too late, which I'm finger crossing, if it is not too late, I will go live for the review show, and then if it's past 11:45, I'm just going to go to bed, and you're going to get me early in the morning to do the review of AEW's Double or Nothing. So that is a lot, and I look a lot better. I'm like ready to go to sleep after this, so no makeup, but my hair is a lot more tamer, and it's doing its thing. So I look a lot better than I did earlier today, and of course I have to be supporting my girl for tomorrow, Miss Ripley. Is she gonna beat the shit out of fucking Natalia? Oh yes, she is. Oh yes, she is, baby. Cannot wait to see mommy take care of the Queen of Hearts. So, um, Father's Day, christenings, weddings, Father's Day, christenings, weddings, communions, confirmations, graduations, everything else in between is coming up. And you know that you're going to need to get a gift. So my suggestion is to go get a gift from Harry's.com. Visit their website for all your shaving and toiletry essentials. Please do me a favor and go check out my Astro Classics at myAstroClassics.com. Get all your beard essentials right then and there. Please do me a favor. Also, go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. You can murder your thirst with great weaponry, which is spring water, unflavored salsa water, flavored salsa water, and now iced tea. So go get those items on liquiddeath.com. Now, I need coffee. And if you know me, I'm a huge coffee drinker. Please do me a favor and go check out the people over at Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com and get all your coffee essentials there. Please do me a favor if you want to support local independent wrestling. Please go check out HOG Wrestling and HOGWrestling.net. And their next um, event is coming up in June. And you can get your tickets if you're in the tri state area at HOGWrestling.net. Now, we have going to be having a triple main event. We're going to have AJ Styles and Seth freaking Rollins vying for the new WWE World Heavyweight Championship. We also have the tag team championships up for grabs, where Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are going to be going against Solo Sikoa and the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns. And he's trying to bring back the tag team titles back to the bloodline. They also have the Bianca Belair, not what's the third one? Yes, Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. And they have other matches where you have Gunther versus Mustafa Ali, you have Asuka versus Bianca Belair, and Mommy Rhea Ripley versus Natalia. So it's pretty quick. It's going to be quick and painless, hopefully. And you'll probably be seeing me hopefully around 2 or 3 o'clock. Maybe. Fingers crossed, latest by 5. Ooh. We're going to go to Monday Night Raw, and we're going to give you the run through with what happened on Raw earlier this week. Sorry, my tablet needs to wake up. Sorry, people. WWE Raw. The show promises to be an exciting night of action as we get ready for WWE Night of Champions. The updated card for that show on Monday was Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch contract signing, Seth Rollins sit down interview, Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura, Imperium versus Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. The opening to the show and the commentators welcome the audience to the show. Cody Rhodes is shown entering the building and he's attacked by Brock Lesnar. He throws Cody into the road cases. He grabs a beer keg and smashes Cody's arm with it. Paul Heyman is in the ring. He starts by saying that he had nothing to do with Brock's assault on Cody, but it's a small example of the beating Brock is going to give Cody Rhodes. He then talks about Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa are going to bring back the tag team titles to the Bloodline. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn come out. Heyman rushes out of the ring. Sami gets on the mic and says they are heading into the biggest possible title defense they could ever have, and this one's personal for him. He said there's nothing else left to say because he has said everything he has to say to Roman Reigns' face. Owen says that Roman is dedicated their victory to the Wild Samoans, has inspired him to do the same. Owens then dedicates their wins to the Usos. Sami says that they have business to take care of tonight against Imperium. Imperium music hits and they come out. Imperium sounds surround the ring, but Matt Riddle comes out to make the save. Imperium tries to attack them, but was able to fight them off. Bronson Reed versus Ricochet. We come back from commercial break. Byron Saxton catches Adam Pearce coming out of Cody's locker room. Pearce doesn't offer any updates regarding Cody's condition. Bronson Reed gets on the mic and says he's going to teach Ricochet that actions have consequences tonight. The match starts that Ricochet attacks Reed and hits an enziguri. Reed knocks him down and hits an elbow drop. He then hits the rolling crossbody, sending Ricochet out of the ring. Reed hits a shoulder block on the outside. We come back from commercial break. Reed hits a suplex. He then hits a Samoan drop on Ricochet. Ricochet hits the jawbreaker on this apron. He then hits a baseball slide. Ricochet goes for the shooting star press, but misses. Reed knocks him to the floor. Reed hits a corner body avalanche and a power slam. He then hits a 747 splash for the win. Winner Bronson Reed. Hold on, let me take a sip of my coffee. Apollo Crews is backstage and being interviewed. He said he hopes Cody is okay. Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley show up. Dominic says Apollo is taking up Rhea's interview time. Crews says Dominic is everything that Rhea isn't. Rhea grabs the mic and calls Natalya out. She says that Natalya has a legendary career, but she's going to end it this Saturday. Crews says this is his interview. Rhea then challenges Crews on Dominic's behalf. Commercial break. Seth Rollins is interviewed after they came back from break. Corey Graves interviews Seth. Seth talks about Roman Reigns and says he loves him, but he doesn't like him. He said he has no respect for the person Reigns has become. He says Reigns has been poisoned by his own ego and has taken opportunities away from people. He says he wants to challenge and calls AJ Styles one of the greatest in-ring performers of all time. Balor and Priest are interviewed backstage. Priest yells at Byron in Spanish. Finn demands Byron congratulate them for beating the tag team champions. He then talks about his match up against Nakamura. Candice LeRae versus Zoe Starks. Candice LeRae and Zoe Starks are heading to the ring. The match begins with Zoe attacks Candice in the corner and kicks her in the head. Zoe suplexes Candice, cover 1-2 kick out. Candice fights back with a drop kick. Candice dives onto Zoe and sends her to the back into the ring. Nikki celebrates with Candice, and this allows Zoe to take them both out. Stark sends Candice into the ring and hits a Z360 for the win. Winner Zoe Starks. Ali is interviewed by Byron. He says he can't do this interview. He says this match is way too real for him since he has been dreaming of becoming champion, but he hasn't come close to it. Brock crosses them and asks him to get a life. Brock makes his way out to the ring. He mocks Cody by asking what the crowd wants to talk about. The crowd boos. He says he would boo too. He says he would boo Cody too. He then says Cody won't be out here tonight. He won't be fighting Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions. He says he's issuing an open challenge for anybody to fight him at Night of Champions. He said all they got to do was step out here and step up to Brock Lesnar. Cody comes out with his arm in a sling. He gets in the ring and he removes the sling. They both brawl and Brock Lesnar puts him in the Kimura lock on Cody. Lesnar stomps Cody's arm. Lesnar leaves the ring and heads backstage. Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. Alpha Academy's music plays and they come out to the ring. Viking Raiders music plays and they're out of the ring. The match begins with Gable and Eric. Gable goes for the takedown, but Eric is too strong. He hits a head scissors on Eric and an arm drag. He goes to work on Eric. Eric knocks down Gable. He tags out and Ivar attacks him. He tags out Eric, knocks him down. Cover 1-2 kick out. Ivar tags in and attacks Gable in the corner. Cover 1-2 kick out. He goes to work on Gable. Gable fights back and tags out. Otis comes in and knocks down Ivar and Eric. He body slams Ivar and attacks Eric in the corner. Otis hits the caterpillar. Gable tags in and Eric tags in and knees Gable in the face. Valhalla chases Maxine away. Gable rolls Eric in for the win, and the winners are the Viking Raiders. Byron is backstage and asks an update on Cody. Pierce enters his room and Cody asks him to get out. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Finn Balor. The match begins and Balor takes him down. He then kicks Nakamura. He attacks Nakamura in the corner. Nakamura fights back with a knee into the midsection. He then attacks Balor in the corner. Nakamura with an enziguri. He places Balor on the turnbuckle and knees him in the gut. He then hits a sliding drop kick, sending Balor to the outside. He sends Balor inside the ring. Balor distracts the referee and Priest takes out Nakamura. We come back from commercial break. Balor kicks Nakamura, who fights back with a couple of strikes. He then hits the sliding German suplex. Nakamura with a kick to Balor's head. 1-2 cover, 1-2 kick out. Nakamura with a couple of knees to Balor. Balor hits the sling blade. Nakamura kicks him in as he goes for the drop kick. Nakamura goes for Kinshasa, but Balor hits the double stomp. He goes for the coup de grace, but Nakamura gets out of the way and kicks him in the back of the head. Priest removes Balor from the ring. Nakamura kicks Priest and attacks him. Balor attacks him from behind and sends him into the ring. Balor hits a coup de grace and Nakamura for the win. Winner Finn Balor. This was a fucking, you blink, it was over. These women's matches are getting shorter and shorter. I'm just making it known. Raquel Rodriguez versus Sonya Deville. Raquel and Sonya go to the ring. Come back to the... The match begins. Sonya attacks Raquel. She then knees her in the face. Cover 1-2 kick out. Sonya with another knee to the face. Cover 1-2 kick out. Raquel fights back and hit a twisting senton. She then hits the Tejana bomb for the win, and Raquel Rodriguez picks up the win. Chelsea attacks her from behind after the match, and Sonya knees her in the face. Shotzi comes out and helps her. A referee tells Pierce that Cody won't allow anyone in his locker room. Trish shows up and says that she made time for her contract signing. She says Becky is feisty and suggests they have a no-touch policy for tonight. Pierce says that there is no need for no-touch clause. We come back from commercial break. Becky Lynch goes out to the ring for the contract signing. She gets on the mic and asks Trish to get out here so they can take care of business. Trish music plays, and she walks out to the ring. Trish gets on the mic and says Becky wasn't eager to come back to Raw after she beat her up. She said it is in her first contract signing. She says it is her first contract signing. She says Lynch had so many contract signings and it's because of her. She says that she says she's changed women's wrestling. Trish says contract signings are normal for the women's division because of her. She says she's number one and she will always be number one. She says she became number one without a broken nose. Sweetheart, you faced fucking Charlotte Flair in your retirement match. So Charlotte looks like an idiot. You look even more like an idiot. And I think this is hilarious. Because the whole fucking division is complete fucking trash. The whole fucking goddamn motley crew of all of you. SmackDown, Raw, and NXT. All fucking goddamn trash. Take me back to Black and Gold women's division. That was a women's division. Trish asks what happened to Lynch when she beats her at Night of Champions. She says she has Becky figured out and says her biggest problem is herself. She says Becky's worst enemy is herself. Trish says she will sign the contract. She says this is her first contract signing, but it will be Lynch's last contract signing. Lynch says Trish is scared that she's going to hurt her. Lynch says Trish is scared that history is forgetting her, and while everyone's getting better, she stayed the same. She says this is even better than Trish thinks she is. Lynch says Trish wants her flowers and thanks Trish for being everything she hopes she never becomes. She says she isn't. Wait. She says she is it and Trish is not. Lynch says she will punch Trish in the face, and that's why she can look at herself in the mirror and carry on. She says she has a career Trish can only dream of. Lynch then says she will beat Trish at Night of Champions. Trish topples the table and escapes the ring. Pierce is on the phone and says Cody won't listen to anyone and won't seek medical help. Dominic Mysterio versus Apollo Crews. We come back from commercial break. Byron interviews Raquel and Shotzi, who says she has respect for Raquel and she says she has her back anytime. Raquel thanks her and says she has found her tag team partner and they are going to win the tag team titles. Apollo Crews heads out to the ring. The match begins with Crews knocks him down. Crews hits a suplex on Dominic and picks him up and slams him. Cover 1-2 kick out. Crews climbs the top rope but is knocked down. Dominic stomps Crews. Dominic goes to work on Crews. Crews hits a fallaway slam. Crews hits a crossbody on Dominic. Cover 1-2 kick out. Dominic drop kicks him and goes for a 619 but misses. Crews hits the clothesline on Dominic. Rhea steps up to Crews. The distraction allows Dominic to send Crews into the steps. Rhea sends Cruz into the post as the referee is distracted by Dominic. Cruz gets back in, and Dominic hits a frog splash for the win. And I'm one happy mama. I am one happy mommy. See, I can call myself mommy. And I'm going to tell you the reason why, if people you don't know. I am 25% Puerto Rican. All right. I've dated 100% Puerto Rican. 100%. I got called mommy. I can get called mommy because I'm also Puerto Rican. But mommy is what my son calls me when he wants something. When he doesn't want anything, he goes ma. I know the difference. But yeah, I'm a mommy, okay? Anyway, going back here. Corey Graves interviews Seth Rollins, who says it's time for a change. Miss you, Owen. Miss you, Owen. Oh, I wish you were in the WWE Hall of Fame. Fucking bitch ass fucking wife. Can't move on, but everybody else has moved on. She needs therapy. She's stuck in the past. He said he was never pegged to be the guy, but he made himself work. It made himself work harder for it. This is his life, and it's been everything he ever dreamed of. He says the World Heavyweight Championship is his moment to do something different. He says he's going all in for this championship. And once he said that, I was like, up. AEW marks in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seth wants to be the guy who carries things forward. Imperium versus Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. The match starts with Kaiser and Sami. Kaiser attacks Sami in the corner. Sami turns the tables and attacks him. He tags out, and Kaiser knocks down Riddle and tags out. Vinci attacks Riddle in the corner. Riddle with a gut-wrench suplex. Vinci tags out, and Gunther enters the ring. Gunther kicks the legs of Riddle and chops him down. Come back from commercial break. Kaiser tags out, but Riddle hits Gunther with a jumping knee. Riddle goes for the tag, but Kaiser takes out Sami. Gunther hits Riddle with a clothesline. He then hits a German suplex. Both men tag out. Owens attacks Vinci and hits a senton. He then hits a cannonball cover 1-2 kick out. Vinci tags out, and Imperium with a high-low on Owens. We come back from commercial break. Owens with a frog splash on Vinci. Both men tag out, and Sami knocks down Kaiser and hits a back body drop. Sami with a Michinoku driver on Kaiser. Gunther tags in. Sami sends Kaiser out of the ring. Gunther attacks Sami, but hits a blue thunder bomb. Cover 1-2. Vinci makes the save. Owens stuns Vinci. Kaiser sends Owens out of the ring. Sami sends Kaiser out of the ring. Gunther locks the sleeper hold. Riddle hits a floating bro on Gunther. Sami with an exploder suplex on Vinci. Gunther is taken out by Riddle and Owens. Kaiser is sent outside. Vinci hits a clothesline and cover, but Sami comes back with a haluva kick. He tags out, and Owens hits a swanton for the win. Winners Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. We head to the back. Cody Rhodes is backstage, and Triple H comes in. Again, AEW marks in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where's the throne? Oh my God, it's in the past. Let's move on. I thought this was like, what the fuck? I saw this on YouTube. I was like, what the fuck? This is actually fucking happening. I mean, I found it really fucking hilarious that he was sitting next to him at the Hall of Fame. That was just hilarious all times too. He says he understands how angry Cody is. He says he needs to get Cody medical attention. Cody says he doesn't need medical attention. Triple H says they both know his hands are broken. His arm is broken. He said understands that Cody is afraid. But Cody says he has nothing to be afraid of. Triple H says he is afraid that once the doctor sees his arm, they will prevent him from competing at Night of Champions. Cody says the rest of his body is fine. Triple H says no one is questioning his toughness. Cody asks Triple H what would he have done. He said he's going to Night of Champions and he's going to fight Brock Lesnar. I saw this and I saw it. I was like, 2 years ago he was fucking goddamn poking and prodding the bear. Now he's fucking having goddamn a coffee clut or a fucking goddamn a bull session with him. What the hell? I mean, I've been fucking wanting him to go and have Triple H, because I know that they can make sure that he's safe out there with his heart and everything. But I would like to see Triple H manage Cody Rhodes, like a little bit of Triple H taking JJ Dillon and Cody Rhodes being like a Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes thing. I would be all over that. That would be cool, and it give Triple H some sense of normalcy, and he's like still among the guys and everything like that. So maybe it'll happen. Fingers crossed. On to SmackDown. That hurt. Ooh. WWE SmackDown starts off with the WWE United States title match, Sheamus versus Austin Theory. We go right to the match. The Brawling Brutes, Sheamus with Butch and Ridge Holland. WWE United States Champion Theory is out next to Pyro. He stops to yell at Butch and Holland on the way to the ring. We get a formal ring introduction from Mike Rome. The bell rings and they lock up. Sheamus takes it to the corner but backs off as Theory resists. They go at it and Sheamus drops Theory. They lock up again and Theory strikes, but Sheamus clubs him to the mat. Sheamus with an uppercut now. Theory rocks him and hits the rolling dropkick from the apron. Theory gets booed and as he tries for the 10 beats of the Bataran. Sheamus fights out with elbows. Sheamus goes for white noise on the edge of the apron, but Theory counters and shoves him into the ring post. Theory drops Sheamus onto the edge of the apron as we go to commercial. Back from the break, and Theory is beating Sheamus down with strikes. Sheamus kicks at it too. Theory takes it to the corner, but Sheamus fights him off and mounts offense. Theory quickly takes Sheamus back down and with a headlock. Sheamus fights for some more, but Theory hits a rolling blockbuster for a close 2 count. Theory is a bit frustrated now. Theory slaps Sheamus around, kicks him, and talks some trash. Sheamus is angry now as he fights back with a headbutt, right hands, and clotheslines. Sheamus with a corner clothesline. Theory fights back, but Sheamus hits with an Irish Curse backbreaker for a 2. Fans rally for Sheamus now. Theory counters with a roll up for a 2 count. Sheamus with a big uppercut and a power slam for a 2. Sheamus can't believe it. Sheamus takes Theory up for a super white noise, but Theory fights back and turns it around up top and then drives Theory to the mat for a close 2 count. Fans rally now. Theory tries for a rolling blockbuster, but Sheamus meets him with a pump knee for a 2. Theory blocks beats with a boot to the face. Sheamus calls for the bro kick, but Theory heads out and brings a steel chair to the apron, and Holland snatches it away from him. Sheamus delivers 25 beats of the Batarang now as fans count along. Sheamus is fired up. Pretty Deadly suddenly attacks Holland and Butch at ringside, taking them out. They hit the apron, but Sheamus knocks Elton Prince off and then dives 10 beats to the Kit Wilson. Theory takes advantage of the distraction and rolls up Sheamus for the pin for the win. And we'll probably see this match again, probably at Money in the Bank. After the match, Theory stands tall with the title as the music hits. We go to replays for Pretty Deadly is chased away. We see what happened with the Bloodline last week. The group is backstage now. Roman tells Paul Heyman to let them know. Heyman says that the tribal chief feels so bad about the Usos not joining them in Saudi Arabia this weekend. He then invites them to the ring next week for Reigns' 1,000-day title reign celebration. Reigns says it's going to be a special, and he wants the whole family there, especially Jey Uso. Jimmy Uso shakes his head and says he doesn't even know what the issue is. Jimmy stands up and says he's leaving. Reigns steps to him and asks where is he going. Roman tells Jimmy to sit down. He tells him to sit down again. Reigns now steps to Jimmy in his face. Reigns asks Jimmy is standing up to him and encourages him to do something. Make it happen. Think back when we were kids. I whooped you then, and I'll do it now. Nothing has changed. Reigns says Jimmy will respect him and acknowledge him. Jay sees things getting heated, so he walks Jimmy out and says they will see Roman next week. Raquel Rodriguez and Shotzi Blackheart versus Bayley and Io Sky. We go back to the ring, and everybody comes out there heading out to the ring for this match. Bayley and Raquel start things off. Sky and Bayley tease a double team, but Raquel keeps them at arm's length. They corner her and go out, but Shotzi tags in and the two teams face off. Raquel and Shotzi send the heels to the floor. Shotzi nails a big suicide dive on both opponents, then brings Sky back in for a 2 count. Raquel tags back in and ragdolls Sky some. Sky counters and tags Bayley. Raquel grabs Sky, but Bayley decks her from behind. Raquel is now double teamed for a 2 count as we go back to commercial. Back from the break, Sky working on Raquel. Bayley tags in for a double team, but Raquel fights them off. Raquel boots Sky away, and Bayley then Bayley. Shotzi tags in and runs wild on Bayley. Shotzi with a big bulldog, knees and strikes. Shotzi suplexes Bayley into the ropes, then splashes her against the ropes for a 2. Sky distracts the referee, allowing Bayley to hit a cheap shot. Shotzi takes a double team kick for a 2 count. Sky and Shotzi trade back forth offense. Bayley breaks up a close 2. Raquel pulls Bayley out, then tags in Shotzi. Goes up for a big double team move, but Bailey breaks it up from the apron. They There's chaos in the corner now. Bailey ends up calling a move out, but there's miscommunication with Sky, so Raquel pins Bailey for the win, and Rodriguez and Shotzi win. After the match, Raquel and Shotzi stand tall as the music hits and they go to replays with damage control. Tension continues. We get a video package to hype AJ Styles and Seth Rollins for the new WWE World Heavyweight title at Night of Champions. In our jurisdiction, it's going to be Afternoon of Champions. Cameron Grimes versus Ashante Theodonis. We go to commercial break, and Grayson Waller, when we come back, we go back to the ring, and out comes Cameron Grimes, and we see how he squashed Baron Corbin 2 weeks ago. We get a pre-recorded promo from Grimes now. He said he must have been born under a lucky star without everything is going. He feels the pressure, but he also feels motivated to go straight to the moon. The bell rings and they go at it. Grimes with a quick 2 count. Adonis unloads in the corner. Dollar interferes from the floor and by tripping Grimes, allowing Adonis to unload him. Adonis controls, but Adonis controls now, but Grimes drops him for a 2-2. Grimes fights Adonis and works him over, then hits a Hurricane Rana. Grimes plays to the crowd and hits a cave-in for the pin to win, and Cameron Grimes picks up his second victory on SmackDown. After the match, Grimes stands tall and celebrates. As the music hits, we go to replace. Grimes is posing on the stage. Now Corbin attacks him from behind and lays him out to booze. Tonight, we go back to the ring, and out comes Bianca Belair. And then we come back. Belair is in the ring, and she's fired up about Asuka. She says she will defend against Asuka at Night of Champions, but it's not the same Asuka from WrestleMania 39. She respected that Asuka because she wanted the title, but this Asuka wants more than that. Belair goes on, mentions the recent missed attack, especially in her hometown. Belair says her hands are still green and her eyes are still blurry, but her mind has never been more clear. She's giving Asuka more than a title match. She's giving her a fight. The music hits. Belair prepares for a fight. Asuka attacks from behind and takes Belair down to work her arm. Officials rush down to try to keep them apart. Belair goes for the KOD, but Asuka lands on her feet. Asuka is all smiles as she taunts Belair while officials order her to back off. We see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn talking backstage as Cole hypes KO show. LA Knight, yeah, versus Rick Boogs. LA Knight, we're saying this right now. He's over. He's over. Vince McMahon must be fucking pissed that he isn't getting that touch on him, and him taking credit that he's over. He's been over. He was over in NXT. That's how it should evolve, you know. It's a very weird thing, you know. We come back from commercial. And then they're about to start this match. The Street Profits come out. And basically they're doing commentary on the commentary booth. Boogs runs over to LA and then launches him across the ring. LA goes to the floor for a breather, but Boogs follows him. Then he slams him from the top to the announce table after pressing him high. The Profits get hyped up over Boogs. Boogs in out at the table. Boogs brings it back in, but he ends up hitting the ring post when LA moves. LA with a big knee strike for a pop. They go at it and LA slams Boogs. Then he drops a big knee. Boogs knocks him away. LA flies off the second rope, but Boogs catches him with an overhead throw. They trade big strikes in the middle of the ring. Boogs with a big slam and more manhandling of LA. Boogs goes for a power slam, but LA rakes his eyes. He connects with the BTF for the pin and the win. And we have LA Knight on somewhat of a winning streak. After the match, LA goes to the floor and takes the mic. He knows the Profits were trash talking him, and since he took out the trash tonight, their times are coming. LA says they won't get the smoke, they will be smoked. Yeah. Karrion Kross and Scarlett are backstage with AJ Styles' tarot card. Kross says a stubborn man only sees one path before him, and a man's consumed by one single goal fails to see the danger waiting around him. Kross says AJ shouldn't be asking himself if he has what it takes to beat Seth Rollins tomorrow. He should be asking himself what sort of condition he will be in after Kross victimizes him. We go to commercial break. Back from the break, we get a hype video of the WWE NXT Tag Team Champions, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. You go back to the ring, and people are coming out for the next match, which is Karrion Kross and AJ Styles. So the bell rings, they go at it. Kross unloads into a corner and talks some trash. Kross with stiff strikes, then a big overhead throw out of the corner. AJ takes control and chops away in the corner as the referee warns him. More back and forth between the two. AJ goes to the apron for the phenomenal forearm while Kross has the referee distracted. Scarlett grabs AJ's leg, allowing Kross to capitalize with a big boot to knock AJ to the floor. Scarlett taunts AJ while he's down. Mia Yim comes walking down to even up the odds. Yim chases Scarlett away as Kross looks on, and AJ recovers from the floor back from a commercial break, and Kross has regained control. We now see how he drove AJ into the ring post during the commercial break. AJ fights in the ring, but Kross drops him with a one shot. Kross takes his time covering for it too. Kross grounds AJ now. AJ fights up, but Kross easily drops him again. AJ with a flying corner clothesline. They tangle and AJ hits a Pele kick. He then sliding forearm. AJ with a Yushi Goroshi for another close 2 count. AJ goes for a tornado DDT, but Kross blocks it. Then he nails a big slam. AJ kicks out of a suplex. Kross stalks AJ from the corner now. AJ ducks the Kross hammer and unloads with strikes. Kross blocks a Styles clash and then sends AJ to the apron. AJ goes on and hits the phenomenal forearm for the pin to win. Winner AJ Styles. After the match, AJ stands tall as the music hits. We go to replays. Still to come, KO show back from commercial. Back from commercial break, Kayla Braxton is backstage with AJ Styles. He says at United Champion, Seth Rollins can be invisible, unstoppable, and even Seth freaking Rollins, but he cannot be phenomenal because AJ is. AJ says he will put a phenomenal beating on Rollins and become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. They go over the card. We get a video package on Brock and Cody. We go back to the ring. and out comes undisputed WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for another must-see edition of the KO show. Owens and Zayn hit the ring to cheers as we go back to commercial. Back from commercial break, and Owens welcomes us to the KO show. Kevin and Sammy's show for tonight. Owens says at WWE Night of Champions, they will defend their titles against the undisputed WWE champion Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. But first, they need to get some things off their chest. Owens calls their guests out. Paul Heyman comes out instead. Heyman can't believe Owens and Zayn still haven't realized that your tribal chief comes out when he wants to, not when you tell him to. The music interrupts and out comes the Usos. Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso. They walk right past Heyman into the ring. Jay is fired up. He brings up what happened last week and says Sammy and Owens are worried about Night of Champions, but they have a bigger problem standing right in their faces. Owens knew Roman wouldn't come out here. So this works because Sammy keeps caring about the Usos and saying they deserve better. Owens says Sammy has been right about the Usos each time. Owens knows the bloodline will be nothing without the Usos. They are the hearts of the table. Owens goes on about how Reigns uses the Usos. Owens says they went from being the greatest tag team in WWE to being Reigns' errand boys. Jimmy gets fired up now, saying when it comes to the day one, the Usos, Jimmy, is the tribal chief. Jimmy and Jay stand tall now. Heyman jaw drops. The music interrupts, and out comes Reigns and Sikoa. Reigns is not happy. He steps to Jay, then smacks the mic to the mat. He then steps to Jimmy and grabs the mic from him and tosses it behind him. Sammy asks Roman if he knows it's over and that the bloodline is collapsing. And it's all Reigns' fault. Reigns steps to Zayn and knocks his mic away. Owens immediately drops Reigns with a stunner for a big pop. The Uso attacks Owens. The fight spills to the floor. The champs come back in, but Solo drops them both with Samoan spikes. Reigns comes back in and yells at Solo to pick up the tag team champs belts. Reigns snaps and starts throwing office furniture out of the ring. Solo whips Sammy into a big spear. The Usos come back into the ring now. Jay hands one set of tag team titles to Sikoa. Jimmy holds the other set up and looks at them. Reigns holds his hands out. Reigns and Jimmy trade looks. Solo is also staring Jimmy down. Jimmy keeps looking at the titles. Then at Roman. Reigns still has his hands out. Jay backs his brother away, and it looks like he says, "You're right," to Jimmy. But then Jay takes the other set of tag team titles and hands them to Reigns as fans boo. Reigns now takes the tag team titles solo and holds both sets in the air. The bloodline stands in formation as the music hits, and Owens and Zayn are still laid out. The bloodline poses but Jimmy stands alone in the back corner by himself. Reigns holds the titles up and has some final trash talking before Night of Champions as the go home show SmackDown goes off the air. So that is that. Now my picks. But before that, we have We had the what is it? The what am I we had the press conference, which we confirmed that Cody Rhodes has a broken arm. He's still gonna wrestle. It's a fucking goddamn fake injury. Um, Sami Zayn. There was a video today. Um, he was going to this prominent place for his religion and his culture and everything like that. I fucking started crying. I'm glad he's there. He deserves to be there. I'm glad that the prince finally allowed him to come, and everything. There is hope. There is hope, and I'm happy that Sami Zayn that was able to go there. And he's with his best friend, and everybody was chanting for him, and it was just a beautiful thing. We had AJ Styles there, and Rollins was actually flying in right then and there. He was flying in from doing the movie with Marvel. Becky Lynch, and Trish Stratus. Didn't give two shits. So, and then Roman is going to be Roman. So let's see my picks. We have for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to be picking between Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. I'm actually going to go for AJ Styles, which that means that they're going to be able to get the entire OC over to Monday Night Raw again. And that means Cody Rhodes is going to be transferred over to SmackDown. For the Intercontinental Championship, Gunther versus Mustafa Ali. I'm going to have to go with Gunther. I'd be shocked if they do the title change there. Asuka versus Bianca Belair. I'm hoping Asuka wins. I'm hoping. Because Bianca Belair has become obnoxious. Rhea Ripley versus Natalya. That's a fucking slam dunk. Mommy. For the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Owens and Zayn. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. I'm going with Brock Lesnar because then it'll set up another match for SummerSlam or even Money in the Bank. Because Brock Lesnar's a free agent, so he can go wherever he wants. So, is there any other matches? Absolutely not. There's no other matches, and if there is, I'll be tweeting and whatnot. But that is it for the preview and predictions, and I got it about an hour. That should be all the time. Please do me a favor and check me out on all my social media, which is Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, Mel's Match Chat. Check me out on Facebook. Also, get your gifts in for the special someone that you have for Father's Day. Also, graduation, confirmation, birthdays, the whole gambit. Go check out harrys.com. Go check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. Please go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Please go check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. And check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. I will be back here right after, what is it called? Night of Champions. And I am looking forward to doing these lives because a couple months ago, I couldn't, all of a sudden I was having slow connections and whatnot, but I don't have that anymore. And I'm really, really happy about it. So, there will be no Ring of Honor review TV this week. So you can go and enjoy this at your earliest convenience. Go check out the rest of my content, and I will also be back here at noon on Sunday for preview and prediction of Double or Nothing. I will not be covering NXT Battleground. I will probably talk about it on my next week's show at 293, and also check out 292 that's live on the channel right this minute. Please have a great weekend. Pace yourself, and happy Memorial Day. And if you are drinking, don't go use your car. It's not worth it. And if you are smoking, please don't do it behind the wheel of a car. Go and enjoy yourself. You have the Uber, you have the Lyft, and that'll be the end of it. Again, have a great weekend and enjoy the weather. It's going to be gorgeous. I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow afternoon for the preview and prediction of Night of Champions. Okay, love you all. See you tomorrow. Have a great night. See ya.